A live look right now at the White House. That American flag flying high and not at half-staff in the wake of the senseless massacre of 5 American heroes on Thursday. We called to ask the White House if they considered lowering it in their honor, but we haven't heard back yet. Now, there's outrage and sorrow across America all about this. But could this tragedy have been prevented if these servicemen had been able to defend themselves? With me now, Iraq War Marine Corps veteran Nick Powers. All right, Nick, what do you think about what I just said? The flag at the White House is not flying at half-mast.
That's ridiculous. I mean, Obama's had the flag ordered to be at half-mast when Nelson Mandela was killed. I mean, why would you lower the flag to half-mast for somebody who's not even a U.S. citizen and not do it for, 5 American service members?
Well, Nick, you are a Marine. You have very strong feelings about this. What do Marines across the country think? What are they saying?
I mean, we're pretty much all in unison. We're pissed. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I have the right as now a civilian to carry wherever I go. I carry everywhere, every day here in Arizona because I'm in a state that's allowed that. Basically when you join the Marine Corps, you give up your Second Amendment right for the most part unless you're training with government weapons.
And the statement that you just said is so incredible. It's almost like if you serve this country, you lose your Second Amendment right.
Well, you lose a lot of rights. I mean, a lot of your First Amendment rights go away too. Yeah. You're handcuffed when you join for the most part. Granted, you have a lot of responsibilities given to you, and you need to be able to perform in those responsibilities. But the fact that they're even talking about letting recruiters be armed is absolutely absurd. I mean, I have friends here who are recruiters, and when I go to visit them at their stations, I have to leave my gun in the car, and that doesn't ever sit well with me. I avoid gun-free zones like the plague.
Yeah, and I understand that you wrote a letter to President Obama?
Well, no, I wrote yeah, it's a letter. It wasn't directly mailed to him, but it is online. And basically it goes over my top 10 failures of his, and this is definitely a huge one. Everything that he's done has just been absolutely absurd. It goes against everything that this country should be doing. I mean, just today, 2 hours ago, the Marine Corps came out, and now they're telling the recruiters not to wear their uniforms. Who's winning this war? I mean, Marines are trained to fight and kill. That's what we do.
Nick, who came out and said that?
It was an article on the Marine Corps Times that was just published 2 hours ago.
They're telling the Marines not to wear their uniforms, so now we should hide in America, as opposed to giving them guns.
Yeah, I mean, how ridiculous is that? It's the most absurd thing that I have read in quite some time.
Wow. What do you think is going to happen? Ray Odierno is saying, it may be too tough to let these guys carry their arms. What is this guy thinking? He's talking about discharges?
Well, that is a concern. I don't agree with the term accidental discharge. It's always negligent. You keep your finger off the stupid trigger, it's not going to go off. As far as being allowed to bring weapons into the barracks, I wouldn't agree with that. They should at least be able to check them into the respective armories. But they do need to overhaul the training program to allow these Marines and Army personnel to fully understand how to operate a sidearm. Sidearm training in the military isn't as abundant as you might think.
Okay, but Nick, forget about in the barracks. There's no question that if they are in a public place, they should have their weapon with them.
Oh, without a doubt, especially with all the threats directed specifically at military members. It's stupid not to do that.
Crazy. All right, Nick Powers, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
No, thank you, Judge.
All right. And Donald Trump's latest